Mm-hmm.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Welcome to show number 166 of this week's Flippinar, where we answer your questions live about real estate investing, with a main focus on wholesaling real estate, where it doesn't matter if you have the cash or credit, you still can make money in real estate. And we're here to share our experiences and knowledge to hopefully help you make more money, bottom line. We have the full house here. Make sure you like this, share it, like it, share it, like it, share it. I'll turn it over to Adrian.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us on this Thursday. We're creeping into November now. Never too late is not too late. You get to decide whether you're going to start wholesaling real estate one day or today. Today is a really good day, though. Hey, Renikia, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. What you got going on this week? Anything good going on?
I say it all the time. A different day, same mission.
All right, different day, same mission. So we're gonna be looking out for our gem quote of tonight. Last week it was be the guarantee. You are the guarantee. And we're gonna see what we can come up with tonight, guys. Want to give a shout out to Don Love, Marquise, Marco Delgado. I see you, James Lloyd, Thomas Booker, the Smith Financial Relief Group joining us as they do every week. Superman Clark and Black Love, I do see on my Instagram, TikTok people, Coran, They Crave, Tate Clement, I do see you guys as well. And traveling over to Instagram, Reed Snyder, Natalia, Mill, Lotto Mosey, Livier Juarez, and Stevie Mills. That's just a few of you guys that have taken time out of your day to join us tonight, where you ask the questions, I read the questions, and the beautiful Miss Renikia and Ty the Flipman will answer them. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. Oh, guys, don't forget to join us live and ask your question on your own. Go to comps101.com. That's comps101.com. Once you join and I see your beautiful, handsome face down on my screen, I'll upload you and let you join Ty and Renikia, and you can ask your question. But let's get it. Superman Clark Kent's question is up first. He says, I'm starting a new build mid 400,000. Oh, it's not even a question. It's a statement. I'm starting a new build mid 400,000. Holla at me, real boss on deck. They made a few deals before. Trust me, it's not happening like that. Facts. Okay. Thank you. What's not happening like wood? I don't know, but good luck on that build you got going, Superman Clark. Next question is from Ellis Berry. Hey guys, if a house has had additions added, would that cause a difference in the comps? So we talk about this. You have a house, your house is a 2-1. The house next door is a 3-2. And it's only that way because they added the bedroom and the bathroom. So do you use it as a comp or no?
That's a really good question. I always say, you want to absolutely, you will use as a comp if your exit or your build out that you're looking to do is the same build out as that comp. So just as she stated, if you have a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, but your neighbor turned their 2-bedroom, 1-bath into a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, that will only be your comp if you're going to also do the addition to turn your property into a 3-2 as well. So although your property sits as a 2-1, when you exit, it's going to be a 3-2. So your comps will be off the exit comps based on 3-2s and not 2-1s.
All right. Hopefully, Ellis, that answers your question. Over to Instagram. I will say I love this username. It is can't be outworked.
See if they can hear us on
Instagram. Someone give me just a thumbs up or let me know that you can hear us clearly on Instagram. But going to the question from Milo, I see people buying apartments for 30,000, but I can't find anything for this price. Where do I look?
You mean apartment buildings?
I don't
A door.
Yeah.
Milo, I see the thumbs up. They can hear us just fine on Instagram, so
Okay.
thank you, loud and clear. But Milo, what do you mean, by apartments for 30,000? Apartment buildings or just multi-family homes? It's like 2 units, 3 units? Or you talking about the whole gambit, like 10, 15, 20?
All right.
Got blue light on it.
And sometimes you have to go outside of your local market to find great deals too. So, sometimes your local market doesn't have those great deals, and you may have to look at the market next door or a state, a state or two over. So, I mean, one thing about real estate investing, you can invest anywhere. You don't necessarily have to invest, where you live, whatever the case may be. So sometimes, you just want to research your backyard compared to a local market that's close by and determine, which one would give you the greater return.
And he did clarify he was talking about a 2-2, so a duplex.
So it's a 2-2 on both sides, and then most likely if a duplex, it's a 2-2 on both sides. Most likely your comps probably turned the duplex into a single family. But in a case like that, if you were planning to turn the duplex into a single family, that single family next door could be a comp. But if you're looking to keep it as a duplex, you cannot compare it to that single family. You have to only compare it to other duplexes.
All right. The Don Dot on Instagram says, good evening, all of you guys. I love tuning in. Never miss one. Thank you. Love to hear that. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and so you can get the notifications of any content that is uploaded daily. And so that you can most definitely join us like tonight on Thursdays. Let's see here. Quita Brown, and this is a question from Facebook, wants to know what legal team do I need for wholesaling? Do you need a legal team?
I mean, you need an attorney. You definitely need an attorney to close your deal at the end of the day.
Okay.
So a closing attorney, title agent, yeah.
Okay. Hey, Shaq Smith from Westside D-Town. He's in the house. Thank you. One of our faithful listeners. We appreciate you joining us tonight as well. Instagram, we have Jorge Hernandez who says, if they have a mortgage, do you have to pay it or does the seller pay it? So understanding that that's included in a price that you agree upon with the seller, it comes out of their funding. That's correct.
Yes.
Okay. Is that you? Johnny on Instagram wants to know if you can provide any scripts. So scripts for what? But if we're just going to say a script for cold calling, let's just get one. You call me, ring, ring, hello. What do you say?
Well, I have a video on YouTube that sort of goes into different scenarios on scripts. If you'll just do a search for a Flipman seller script, it was a video I did this year. Check that video out, and it'll get you going in the right direction.
All right, there you have it.
But just understand with a so-called script, just understand that you just need something, a foundation. You can use it, and you may come up with a better way of saying things. You just need a foundation, I guess, on the flow of how a conversation would go. So I guess once you hear it, say, well, I can do better than that. And I hope that's the attitude that you have when you listen to what I got to say always. But yeah, so just YouTube search that video. It'll go into detail for you.
Okay. Just again, guys, search that video on YouTube, and that's along with all the other free videos and information that is available to you guys in regards to wholesaling real estate, in addition to other things as well. So digging back into our questions here, Marquise wants to know, do you have a finder's fee contract? So I guess maybe he's talking about if a bird dog fee contract.
Well, I answered that question earlier on the little live we do on a daily basis, and I don't, you know, it has to be verbal with a bird dog because you sort of get in a gray area of acting like a real estate agent or whatever. So they basically gonna have to take your word for it or not. I guess you could put something in right. I know I'm not. If you don't trust me on something like that, then we probably don't need to do business, because you're only gonna get $500,000, $1,500 or whatever. But I'm gonna encourage you not to bird dog anyway. I'm not gonna turn down any money if you're gonna bring it my way. But I'm like, why don't you put it on the contract? Make more money. Because if you're bird dogging the way I want you to bird dog, you're gonna do everything I would do. You're gonna find a great deal. That's the whole that's everything. So why not? Why limit yourself to a finder's fee? But we need all parts to make the car run. If you want to be a lug nut, I'll be happy to be a tire.
Oh gosh. That's not the gem of the week.
No. Hey, let's do this. If you want to be a lug nut, I'll be the stern wheel.
No,
what about the engine?
Don't be
I'm reaching.
Yeah, we'll skip that. Renikia, we waiting on you.
What Todd said, I concur. I agree. I mean, I totally agree. I mean, the finder's fee, you're really limiting yourself. Learn the business, learn how to put your property under contract, find the end buyer. If the guy that's giving you the finder fee is your end buyer, that's your whole deal. Your whole deal is put together right there. So like Todd said, don't limit yourself to a finder's fee because you will get bare minimum. Do the full thing, put it on the contract and sell assign the contract to your finder fee person.
Okay. So Louis 414 on Instagram says, how should I go about finding an ARV if there are no comps in a 5-mile radius? Guys, I highly suggest you watch the live from last week. We did spend quite a while looking up comps for some of our listeners, and one of them in particular, we started at a half and went 0.75 and all the way up to a mile, and was finding it really difficult to find a comp. But going out 5 miles, Renikia,
never.
Yeah.
If you got to go out 5 miles, it's probably not a deal. It's not a deal. It's not even probably. You'd
rather go back in time than go out farther.
Right, than to go out that far because that's not really even a comp. 5 miles away, unless it's like a specialty type of property, then that is considered. You can go out a little bit farther, but if it's just a single family,
you can try to compare farm to farm, then
right, that's something different, exactly. But just a regular single family, and you don't have any comps 5 miles away, that's that says a lot about that local market. It is either not a lot of activity, or is that market where no one, when they do buy, they don't live, they don't move. Either way, it doesn't seem like anyone is buying and selling in that market.
Okay, so Liam Keene wants to know, where do you get a soft proof of funds? I don't know. I've never heard of soft or hard. I know we talk about realpof.com. Ty's mentioned that before. If they provide a service, you're welcome to go to their website and see. But for one, educate me. What's the difference between a soft and a hard proof of funds? And then I guess answer the question, how would he go about acquiring that?
I'm assuming soft meaning your credit probably haven't been pulled, or maybe it's a soft pull versus a hard pull. I don't know. Okay. But Todd, what's your POF website?
Well, yeah, I hate I don't have a banner for it, which is surprising. But I don't know what a soft POF is. Maybe he needs to define that and educate us, which we're always open to because we don't know every doggone thing. But if you need proof of funds, then you can access the service that I've used and recommend and affiliated with, you can go to realpof.com. But I'm assuming you're dealing in the real estate agent world if you're asking for POFs, because that's just not something Joe the real estate owner, just the regular person, asks for. So hopefully you have a great deal if you're going down that lane or whatever. So, but again, educate us on what a soft POF is.
Okay. Avery says, yesterday was closing day for me. Yay. Well, congratulations, Avery. Yay. Hand clap,
Yes,
hand
sir.
clap.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Congrats.
Hercules.
That too. Rick Pina, thank you for joining us. He says, greetings, Earthlings. Oh, they responded with the soft, and they said hard is a bank statement and soft is a referral, basically a pre-approval. So they said hard is a bank statement.
Okay, we can
and
go with
soft
that.
is a referral.
So soft would be like financing approval. Is that what he's saying?
I don't know. I guess so. Okay. And a hard is
hard
like
bank statement.
have the money.
Well, hard. Well, technically, both of them could be hard. If they say they're gonna finance you, hey, the check.
Right. Money is money.
From a bank of their bank.
Right. Money is money.
Yeah, but
it's gonna be passed to the seller at the end of the day.
Yeah, they're gonna spend the same. But I'm assuming, hey, that's what it means. That's what it means. Then so.
Real POF.
Yeah.
There you have it. Marco Delgado says, hey, thank you all for this free but invaluable information. You're more than welcome. More than welcome. Now that we were talking about financing, just a moment we were talking about the POF funds, and we're going to go into a different direction, financing. And I'm going to give Renikia this moment to talk about her company, and fundmynextdeal.com is where you can go to reach out to her. But if they wanted other forms of financing, Renikia, how could you help them?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. The key to business is that at some point in time, it does take money to make money. However, wholesaling is a hack way of making a lot of money without having any money. But when it gets to, maybe getting to another level as for fixing and flipping, buying and holding, or just being able to get the resources and the tools you need to just, be successful in real estate. So if you do want to take advantage of, those tools and be able to take advantage of the different real estate strategies out there, you go to fundmynextdeal.com, where we offer different financing options from help you fund the gap, which we call the down payment financing. Say, for instance, you need $20,000, $30,000 in down payment. We can leverage your credit up to $150,000 to help you secure that. We also have fix and flip financing, buying and hold financing, new construction financing, as well as commercial. So there's really nothing we cannot finance. The key is that our residential loans do not require tax returns, bank statements, income verification, nor pay stubs. So if you are interested, go to fundmynextdeal.com.
All right, there you have it, guys. Fundmynextdeal.com. Again, she's available across all social media platforms. Renikia Williams. Just keep in mind, this is a business, and yes, you are special because you join us every Thursday, but still allow 48 to 72 hours for someone to reach back and get in contact with you. Avery, I see you have a question. Do you think your property that is listed and it's $325K, is that too much since it's listed? No information. Couldn't tell you anything about it. You got to give more details to get an answer to that question. So I'll be waiting for you to put that up. James Conway, I have a lead on a house that is $892,000. It is the biggest house in the area at 6,200 square feet, and I cannot find any comps. What should I do?
That's a good one. So that's one of those unique ones. It's probably overbuilt. It's probably, and a lot of times when you can overbuild in a neighborhood where it's so bigger than all the other properties that you don't really reap your value. But in a case like that, just continue to go out maybe a mile until you begin to get a quarter mile, maybe up to 2 miles max. And then maybe go out time-wise, from 30 days to 3 months, 6 months, 9 months to a year, and just kind of play with it and see how far you have to go out to really find that comp, or how far as for time and how far as a distance to really find that comp, to really determine if that's a good deal for you.
All right. Is that you, Johnny, on TikTok says, do you need good credit to flip homes? Where you been, Johnny? Where you been there?
Well, if you're going to do it, what you see on HGTV, do it like they're doing. Okay. That's flipping what most people are worth, buy, fix, and flip. You're going to need one or two things: the money or the credit to get the money. And you still going to need probably some cash to get the money,
Absolutely.
to get the loan or whatever. So, yes, but what we're here for, introducing you to wholesaling real estate, which is a form of flipping, but it's a gateway to allow you to do real estate deals and make a significant amount of money, whether you have good credit or not, whether you have the cash or not. That's wholesaling. That's what we're here to mainly talk about. We'll answer any question, and we go down different lanes, especially when I get on my soapboxes, but that's what we're here for. If that doesn't make sense to you, I'll break it down even more. I had explained it to a guy the other day. It was best that I tried to explain to him on a street level. I was like, basically what you're going to do is go out and find a great real estate deal, and you're going to tie it up with a contract. That's what all real estate transactions start with, is a contract. And you're basically, because it's a great deal, you're going to have an investor, someone that has cash or resources to quick money, and they're basically going to give you a fee to get out of the way. I call it a goodbye fee, or a goodbye Felicia fee, however you want to call it, or whatever. And that's but that fee could be 4 and 5 figures, sometimes 6 figures, depending on the market you're in or whatever. He understood it. So hopefully you understood it. So you're getting paid a goodbye fee, and you can make us a serious living. And also it'll allow you open up other gateways to other forms of real estate. You can fix your credit. You can build up capital for down payments, using loans to, just whatever. So that's why we're here, to help you understand that process. And you take that football and run wherever you want to with it.
Touchdown to the end zone.
That's
where we're going. Yeah.
So a goodbye fee is what you're getting paid, or a get out of my way fee.
Just that simple.
Yeah.
Now, CK69, can you give me a step-by-step of what I need to do to wholesale a property? Just gave it to you. We gave you like the truncated version, but come on, dive into those videos on YouTube University, as they call it, over 500 plus videos that will give you that step-by-step, and then educate yourself consistently. Binge on those videos, then get out there and grind it out, and then you're going to stack those coins. Binge, grind, stack. That's what we say.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. I like that.
Okay, so Don Love, I think you got Fund My Next Deal and going to dealyoulater.com and submitting a deal totally maybe twisted. So Don Love says, so for clarity on Fund My Deal, if I have a deal and need a down payment or a buyer, we can split the profit. No. Those are two totally different websites that we got. Fund My Next Deal. Fund My Next Deal is access to Renikia's financial company if you want to take your wholesaling to the next level and you need financing ultimately. What you're speaking of is going to dealyoulater.com and submitting a deal to be reviewed by Ty and or his staff, and seeing if it is in fact a deal after you've done the footwork, and he'll assist you in finding a buyer, and then you will split it 50. That's 5050deals.com is what it is, or you can go through dealyoulater.com. And speaking about dealyoulater.com, guys, dealyoulater.com, aka PropStream, is a wonderful tool to add to your wholesaling war chest for finding comps, finding owner information, There's a lot of good jewels in there, and it's also in app form. There is a monthly subscription fee. There is, but there's a 5-day trial run that you can do, and yeah, and see if it's good for you and something you want to add. Get rid of Netflix, get rid of Hulu, get rid of Roku.
Exactly. Get those business expenses
Hey,
up.
you got it, eh?
And that's been going up about a year.
Sign up for Delia later.
And I'm not saying they're
Get rid of all that
by
stuff.
no means, but if you can forego that Starbucks coffee every morning, and for me, it's a
Exactly.
or my a misto or something like that. If you can forego that every day, it'll be well worth it.
Know that cable bill.
You can buy your own espresso machine, Nespresso.
Exactly. Sacrifice.
Okay. So Trey Murray wants to know, what do y'all think about small markets, or do you recommend a larger or metro area? So I know we normally talk about places where you live, and sometimes you might go to the neighboring city, neighboring state.
More people, more deals.
So what's the outlook on that? Small markets or larger metro areas?
More opportunities.
Oh, is that the gym for the day? It's
Well,
more people, more opportunities?
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's it.
I mean, that's it. You know, I mean, there's a lot of win. You can win in small markets too. There's a lot of those small cities around the big city that, you know, that you can win in too. But I'm with exactly what Todd just stated. Just I want to always put myself in position of probability, greater probability. You know, if I'm gonna put it's like fishing. If I'm gonna fish, I'd rather fish in a pond with a lot of fish than a pond where there's scarcity of fish. I don't know if you know.
I rather fish in a pond than an aquarium.
I
don't know
that part too.
Well, I say that. Well, let me back up. Let me back up. But I can put a lot of fish in an aquarium, I guess. I guess I can just sit there and just reach my hand in there, depending on what type of fish is in the grab or whatever. So, but anyway, that's a bad one. But you get it.
But no, get it though. You get it. Average aquarium.
It's really simple math. I'm in Birmingham. She's in Atlanta. There's going to be more opportunity in Atlanta. Period.
Period.
You know, Birmingham is 1 million, 2 metro, something like that. Atlanta's over 4 million or so metro. It's just
8, 7.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be more. It's just going to be more opportunity. Period. You know, I'm saying you can't do deals in a city with 500,000 people. Yeah, you could probably make a good living that way. It's just still on, but 50,000 people in a city, you know, it's going to be more difficult to do deals consistently.
Yeah,
it's just a numbers game, man.
You know, when you're looking at a smaller city, you know, focus on, you know, is there a lot of activity in your city? Is there a lot of people really buying new properties? Are they investing in properties? You know, really just do the research on your market to just determine, you know, is that the place that you really want to put your needle? You know. So.
I'm sorry. So
you need some water? Here you go.
I'm good. Oh, back to that. SFRG says, so I got a house under financing contract that I'm planning on double closing on. Since I have this under contract, is it easier for me to get funding?
Go ahead.
Funding is funding. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think that's the first step to get funding is having a contract. So yeah, I mean, if the deal makes sense, you can get funding on it.
Credit.
You can fund on any deal if it makes sense, or if you want to bring more, you know, money to the table if it don't make sense. Yeah.
But you still got to have the credit, though. I guess that's what he's asking.
Well, the credit minimum is 650. Yeah, you do that. Or you got to have a credit partner.
Yeah.
All right, there you have that. Dow Property Solutions has run into a wonk, wonk, wonk. Okay, so she or he, I'm not sure, they were working with the realtor, but when they told her I was going to assign the contract, she terminated the deal. What do I do now? I really want those houses. I had 3 great deals.
Less is more.
So
Less is more.
let's learn. You just went to a seminar. You never
Less
heard
is more. That was a
you never
lesson.
follow me because I tell you all the time. Why did you tell her that?
You don't say that.
You are the buyer. The contract says you're the buyer. Doesn't
Right.
matter where the money comes from, does it? Does it make it matter if it comes from a bank or if it's your money? If you
Right.
can close, they don't care about any of that. You're just confusing things. Just like you're here watching this tonight, still trying to understand wholesaling. You're not going to be able to explain that in 5 minutes to a seller or a real estate agent. Not that you're trying to hide anything. It's not important or
Right.
whatever. Your advantage is you do know how to wholesale and put a deal together without your cash or credit. Don't give your advantage away by talking too much.
All right. Right.
No, you move on. Those deals over with.
That's it. Yeah.
Over with.
You got to act like a whole new buyer now.
You know, you bring somebody else to the table, and now they should know what to
But
say.
don't. Yeah, that's just more conversation. That'll get your deal canceled every time almost. Just that conversation, because it's not that it's illegal or something is wrong. It's just the average person don't understand that business. The average person don't understand wholesale and real estate. So it's better to just act like the buyer, because you are the buyer. You're not really acting. And that moment you are the buyer, regardless you signing that or not, in that transaction, you are the buyer. And in a case like that, you would just double close it. So they won't even know. And double closing it makes you look like you really brought the money to the table anyway. So in a case like that, you'll double close and they would have never known you had signed that contract.
Okay. Her follow-up question was, but shouldn't the contract say it's assignable? Last week, we talked about this. If you're using a one-page contract that Ty's been using since the beginning of his wholesaling career, it does have verbiage about the contract being assignable, but he also followed up that we've learned, and just always learning something, that any contract is assignable unless it says it's not. Every contract is assignable unless it says that it's not. So even if that verbiage wasn't in the contract, you can still do it.
Yeah.
You can still do it. So no. Okay. YP, not really understanding, but congratulations either way. You say closing my first deal on Friday, 3 properties at once. But do I charge them closing costs if I close the deal? Charge who?
Charge you closing tomorrow?
On Friday, that's tomorrow. 3 properties at once. Do I charge them?
You double closing it?
What I'm saying, all of that, if you close it tomorrow, all of that's decided already. Or should
You should have had a HUD settlement by now.
Are you saying a contract or are you actually closing? Because all that stuff is decided already.
And most likely the buyer going to take care of the buyer closing costs, the seller going to take care of theirs. And there's going to be some closing costs in the middle that if you're going to double close it, and that is going to fall on you. So, I mean, if you really look at it, everybody take care of their own closing costs. In some cases, if it's negotiated something different, it will be negotiated up front if somebody's going to take care of somebody else's closing costs. But it usually just falls like that. Everybody know their own closing costs. And if you're going to double close it, you have some closing costs in the middle that you have to take care of.
Yeah, you may need to be a little more clear on what you mean by that. Because normally if you have all that set up already, that's already been decided.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's if it's tomorrow. Or even if it was next Friday, all of that's normally decided. Just
don't be that wholesaler or person that comes to the table switching up. We don't like when sellers do it. So buyers don't like when.
all that stuff is decided, man. They're gonna send out preliminary HUDs, right?
Right.
So all that stuff is already laid out. And when you see a I've had the correct title come to the attorney. No, the assignment fee needs to be on the buyer side, not on the seller side. Oh, no, you have to correct them, or my assignment fee may be not enough, or sometimes it's been too much, it messed the deal up or whatever. So I'm like, no, you got to change this or whatever. So, but again, they're going to normally send that paperwork out. It's called a HUD-1. Just normally what they do with me, they're going to send it to me for my approval before they even send it to a buyer or a seller or whatever. Right. And, so.
Okay. TN_420. My neighbor's house is about to go on the market, but I want to wholesale it. Sounds like you need to be having a conversation.
Negotiate.
Yes.
Negotiate.
Yeah, jump in again.
Yeah, you will want to have, so in that instance, you will want to have the conversation with your neighbor before they list it, right?
Oh yeah.
Most
Once it
definitely.
get listed, it's almost over.
Yeah, it's
Almost.
a little more difficult.
Okay. Reed Snyder, and this is from Instagram. What are things to stay away from when wholesaling? I talked to someone the other day and they said they had several years of back taxes and some liens on the house. Well, that's not a deal breaker. That's normally a good thing because they're trying to get rid of it and they just want that paid off. But don't you have a video on things not to do, not necessarily to stay away from, but things not to do when starting out wholesaling?
Well, he asked about if they have liens and stuff. So that's just part of it. They owe stuff on the property. As long as what they owe is less than the number that will work for you, it's a deal. And they're willing to accept that amount that's less than, the amount that you need to deal to work, as long as what they owe is less, because it's just going to come out of their money. So if they owe, just as an example, if the price that works for you is $150,000 and they owe, I don't know, with a mortgage and liens and everything, not some easy numbers so I can figure it out, $100,000, then that'll be paid off at closing. They won't walk away with $150,000. They'll walk away with $50,000, which is the difference between the price that needs to make the deal work for you, which is $150,000, minus what they owe, which is $100,000, which is the mortgage, liens, taxes, or whatever. They get the difference. So the numbers just work.
Okay. So Lovely Althea says, I appreciate all the information. You're more than welcome. Don't mind if I do, as if I'm doing something, but you're welcome. Javier Andre wants to know, do you need a specific contract when wholesaling other than the purchase and sell agreement?
Well, not really, actually. But I'd take it a step further, but that is not even necessary in reality, So not really.
Okay.
Well, but there are other ways to do it. Some people use assignment agreements or whatever. You're asking me, so I'm telling you how to do it. So whatever. YouTube search Flipman, how do I get paid? That video will break the entire process down for you.
Okay. Donovan Gray, I'm wholesaling and the real estate agent said they want to use a PAR contract. What is that?
Probably a Pennsylvania Association of Realtors contract. It's just whatever is standard.
The realtors contract.
Going to use the contract approved by the board of realtors for their state or the county, however they do it. So that's, if you're going to deal with real estate agents, it seems like we just got a huge, I ain't gonna say it's a problem, but I'm failing y'all. I'm sorry.
It's hard for people to understand that we can do real estate without being an agent.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you all thinking, if you're asking that question, you don't need to be dealing with a real estate agent.
Yeah.
It's that simple. It complicates the process. I do this every day, going to almost 18 years in January, and I can count on my hand the number of deals I can deal with real estate agents.
Right.
If you're asking that question, you don't need to be dealing with real estate agents. It's just too many layers there that as a new wholesaler, it'll put you right out the game. You'll say, this doesn't work. No, I followed instructions. I failed you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But if you got to ask that question, you don't need to be an agent. But we're going to answer it. Agents only use contracts that agents use. It's normally the approved agreement. It stood the test of time legally, and they're going to whip out that 13, 14, 15 page contract. That's the only contract they're going to use if they're involved.
Oh yeah, and they're obligated. They're obligated to only use their contract.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
I hope I answered that.
You answered it. Well, you might not put them on the ivory box. I don't know. But Bearded Chief, this is a good problem to have, is what Ty is going to say.
What? Taxes.
How did you know? He already knew. Do you have to pay taxes from wholesale? If you make money
In this
It's a
country,
business.
pay taxes on it.
It's a whole business.
It's a business. Now, how you choose to do so, seek out your CPA, tax attorney, whoever, whatever. But yes, you will need to pay taxes on the money that you make from wholesale. And
You
hopefully,
can lower your tax liability.
yeah.
yeah,
You
you
can
want
lower it.
to pay
You
less
got to pay taxes.
amount, but you know, we're not here to give tax advice by no means. The famous words of Marlo Stanfield from The Wire.
Here we go.
That is one of them good problems
Here we go.
because that means you're making money. Would you rather pay taxes on zero income earned or $300,000 earned? Not a trick question.
Okay, there's that ivory box sliding out. Okay, here we go. So this is from James Lloyd. This is one of those good problems. Ty, I got my first contract signed. This deal is for 8 properties, with one being a triplex. Triplex. Can you tell me the best way to find me some cash buyers?
Well, I answer this question about 3-4 times a day. But
Make a phone.
you're going to just automatically take advantage of the free websites or see the social media, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, Craigslist. Just automatically. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. You're going to automatically reach out to any agents, do your research, that have shown to doing some form of small multifamily buildings, right? Or deal with real estate investors in general. Signage never hurts. You can put signs out in the area, triplex for sale, price, phone number. Those work great. Other wholesalers, what am I thinking about? Other wholesalers may have buyers all over that. A quick Google search, sell my house fast. You know, you're saying house, small building like that, you can reach out to them. They may have buyers. That'll be wholesalers and some actual cash buyers or portfolio builders on those listings on Google. They pay a lot of money to be on those first 3 or 4 pages of Google. So, those are going to be some of the simple ways to attract. Assuming you have a great deal. Some can always be overpriced or whatever, but assuming you have a great deal on it or whatever. So, you got anything to add, young lady?
Perfect.
All right. Okay. Comps 101, James. Comps101.com. Y'all gonna do this and wait to the end like y'all did last week.
No, y'all ain't gonna do it like this way.
Yeah.
That lug and tie he was talking about, that's what he is. You are tired here because you're tired of tired. Okay. D McGee, hey, how are you? Hey, Ty, Renikia, and Adria. Thank you for joining us. As always. And Dilly G, no game today. No game. She says, Ty, you keep looking up at the game, huh? Who wins? No game today.
I ain't, well.
No game. Normally it is, guys. Man, they know you, Ty. They know you. Your fault.
Oh, wow.
So let's see here. The Smith Family Jewels, he just answered your question. And how do I find real cash buyers from people just dropping the emails on Facebook? So that answer 2 seconds ago applies to you as well. Tabina Beya, are you familiar with assignment of contracts in New Jersey and double closings? New Jersey doesn't have any restrictions going on, so it works just like anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you really don't have any restrictions on that. Tabina, everything that you've learned going from this point, if you've been with us, is that is applicable there in NJ. Now, James, whoop, whoop, with us. The first and only one. What to do?
How y'all doing?
We're well.
All right. Ty, I sent you I sent you something. I think it was on YouTube or whatever. But you didn't listen to the full question. This was the question, right?
Okay.
I have 8 properties, right?
Okay.
Not just one.
Okay.
One of those they a triplex. So this is something major for me. This is my first deal.
Okay. All right.
Now in these properties, they all have tenants in there.
Okay.
So it generates almost $6,000 a month.
Where's it located?
Excuse me?
Where is it located?
In Ohio.
Where in Ohio?
In Akron, Ohio.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's the price? What's the income, expenses, price?
Okay, the income base. Once again, I didn't write these down because I didn't know you was going to ask me this type of question. But so like, if I did the math, like you do $6,000, I say $6,000 divided by 8. So we're gonna just do it like that. So
he's selling these as a package.
Yes, it's a package deal, not one by itself, but all the package.
Wait a minute, you say 6,000?
And I got a sweet deal.
No.
Generate 6,000. One of them is a triplex, so it's just different. Like like one is like 450. One is like, just say all of them are 450. In this triplex, that's 3 of them. 3 apartments in one.
Okay.
So, my thing is, what's the best way to find a cash buyer? I understand go on Craigslist, Google. Is that really the best way? Because this is my first deal. I can't miss out on this.
Well, yeah, that's what I was just saying. I thought I went down the list of different ways. Like I say, you just go on and take advantage of the free sites. Right.
How much do you want for it?
Yeah, we didn't get there.
They want 137.
137 for 8 properties?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. I can't let that.
That's actually.
I mean, if you do, and then I went and viewed the properties. The properties, the neighborhoods aren't that good, but they have tenants that's been in there for years.
Oh, yeah.
And I know a lot of people, some people tend to scare away from those type of properties, but it generates income every month.
I mean, you
say subsidies, like, are they generating income because they're on, government subsidy properties?
Well, yeah, we still need to know the expenses on it, but just to answer your question about buyers, again, all the free sites, you're going to reach out to other wholesalers in the market. You're going to do your research to try to locate agents that have at least dealt with cash buyers or transactions where it appears they've dealt with duplexes, triplexes, or whatever, or multiple properties at one time. You're a member of a real group up there, Real Estate Investment Association?
Yes, I am. I'm in like 3 Facebook groups.
No. Actual meeting where they go meet.
You like meetups. You know what? I'm gonna sign. I'm signed. I have been signed up, but I haven't went. So I'm going this weekend.
Got to. You have to. I think the quickest way to get this moving, because I mean, based on the cash flow, it seems like a really good portfolio. I would just co-wholesale it. So I'll focus on finding every wholesaler in your area and just co-wholesale it. They have to have cash buyers that's looking for stuff like this. So the quickest way to find the cash buyers is to find your wholesalers, and they are all connected to all the other cash buyers. And it seems like a really good turnkey portfolio.
Right.
So, I mean, that's one way. I mean, you may have to split the profits, but at the end of the day, you can get off of it. Maybe just co-wholesaling it and selling it to somebody else and buyer.
I don't mind, because I was excited because they contacted me. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow.
Oh, they just contact you?
Yeah. Yeah, out of the blue.
How did they contact? From what, a banner sign, direct mail, or what?
No, on a Facebook group. I was trying to purchase another property, and so they were like, "Well, if you're trying to purchase property, do you want a lot of properties?"
So are you dealing with the owner?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes. So I have everything under contract, and I need to, I can't fail on this, because this is like, this is my first deal, and I got to do it.
Have y'all took it off Facebook and you got on the phone with them?
Yeah, everything is good. They had only contacted me.
Really?
Yeah.
So the major question that nobody is asked, what are you putting it out there for?
What am I?
Yeah.
Oh! I'm putting it out there for like 160.
Okay. Beautiful.
You know, it seems like a good. It seems good. I mean, the cash flow seems good. I don't see a real buyer who's really looking for turnkey properties. If it is what it is, probably
Right.
pass up on that, you know. But given that you get 8 properties for 137, I'll have to know the condition of those properties.
Right. I mean, they don't need it. They're not that bad. They do need a little work because the tenants that have been there, they've been in there for years.
Right.
You know, and they haven't been. The property owner hasn't really been keeping it up like it should. So you know, it might need some minor work, but it's livable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, because like I said, they've been there for years.
Mm.
Okay. Well, I wish you absolute best on that. It sounds like you got something really good. I want you to come back and tell us how this pans out, James.
You know what?
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell them.
And I love your excitement too. You like.
Yeah,
you got that energy.
I'm Mr. 21. He know. I hope he remember my story. You know, I told him
okay.
I'm gonna be one of your stories, Ty, because you taught me a lot. Renithia, I appreciate y'all.
No problem at all, man. You're gonna make it happen. That sounds like that's gonna be a home run.
Yeah, so I look forward. I'm gonna be a guest.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
sir. Let's do it.
All right. I thank y'all.
Thank you. You have a good night.
Sir.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, that's sweet. Love to hear that. I hope that pans out for you, James, and you come back and tell us all about that home run you fixing to hit.
All about it.
Yep. Ty, Renika, I need an answer. Okay.
Yes.
How do you respond or how do you rebut? Just give me an offer. You call the seller, really good deal. We all say we always say don't be the first to throw the numbers out there. So you get just give me an offer. You go first. What's the answer?
Well, if you're forced in giving an offer, then you still want to try to get them to give you one. But if they won't, then you got to give them something ridiculous. Something you're embarrassed about is normally a good measuring stick or whatever. So, and if they reject it, which they normally will, you just follow up. Hey, if they don't hang up on you, well, how close can you come to that amount? Because your objective is to get their least amount. So if that number works for you, fine. If it doesn't, you move on. Don't waste a lot of time on it. So that's my approach to it. But what do you think, Renee?
I have the same approach. You throw out the most lowball offer of all offers, and you let them know that I don't even want to offend you like that. What I really want to pay, what I really want to say is something very low. You throw out very lowball offers because, when they say stuff like that, they know what they really want because you know what you don't want. If you know what you don't want, you know what you really want. So at the end of the day, I throw that lowball offer, and we'll just take it up increments from there. Until we get to a place of mutual agreement.
All right, there you have it. Hopefully that answers your question, Facebook user. Now, Smooth Criminal wants to know. Okay, MJ. Wants to know, how do you comp fire damaged homes? Is basically land. So that's a burn to the ground, complete gut, like redo. So normally we say you got to get that as cheap as possible. These ridiculous offers that we were just mentioning, that's one of them. You got it dirt cheap. Because normally they've already gotten money from the insurance company, right? So they're just
and they get some more money when they sell it.
Right. So how do you comp that?
I would say this: if it's not like completely fire damage, if it's still there, can be refurbished or whatever. Comp it based on what it is, but the key is that you comp it on based on what you're going to build. So if it fire damage to a point where it's kind of burnt to the ground, your comp would be a new construction at that point. Because you're going to build a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. or a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, or 4-3, and you look for other new constructions in the area that are 3-2s, 4-2s, 4-3s, or whatever it is that you're going to build out. So if you're not going to refurbish what's there, you're going to just tear it down and build it back up, comp it with a new construction at that point.
Okay. And I like this question here, and this is from Louis CM, and we are in a different time right now. Just what we consider normal is changing daily. And the question is, any motivation to go door knocking during this time?
You always, hey, if you it's never a bad time to be a gator. You know, never. You know, that's my 2 cents on it. Cause you're doing what most won't. Trust me.
That's
Anytime you're doing what most won't, and you're not hurting anybody, of course, you're going to probably have the edge on a lot of people.
Yeah. It's like the Jehovah's Witness people. I mean, you know, I mean, it's when people come to your door unexpected, it's already a block. It's somewhere. When someone just pops up to your door unexpected. But, you know, get gator. If you see that fits you, I'm a type of person where I'd rather put maximum energy in something. So I think door knocking takes a lot of energy. And I think sending out postcards to that same neighborhood could probably be less energy. It may take more time, more money. But I can probably hit everybody in the midst of a couple hours by just preparing some postcards or yellow letters, you know, or you get in your car and door knock. So, I mean, I think all of it at the end of the day gets you to the same goal.
All right, there you have it. So if you're gated enough to get out there and door knock, then just be careful, be safe. And yeah, just personally, I think, like, for one, I'm not even going to answer the door. 2, I'm going to answer the door with an attitude like, what do you want? Like, you're not dropping off on my Amazon packages, which you already know, you leave him at the door. Like, you can't stand FedEx man, but you knocking.
Then you get those intercoms from the ring.
Yes, what is going on? And then you might be
what? They can already see you from their phone, man.
Yes. And then I'm telling you right now, I'm coming to the door straight out.
But somebody that's got a great salesman, they'll turn that energy into
something. They will, though. You can't. You really can't.
You letting them in.
A minute before you come back to the door. Nah, I'm good. You knocked on my door. So what do you want? You ain't never seen before.
Right, get better. I can only imagine because they get mad when you send them a text message. I can only imagine pulling up at their house.
Be careful on who doors y'all knocking on. I'm just gonna say that's the avenue you're gonna take. Please be careful. Be safe. Yes, absolutely be safe. Guys, I'm not gonna say that we came up with one of our fantastic gems, but we did come up with one, and this: don't be the lug nut, be the tire.
I like it.
Don't be a lug nut. I said something better somewhere along the way.
But without the lug nut, the tie can't move.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
Everything is.
Don't let be a lug nut. Guys.
Well, how about not? Don't be a donut. Be a real tire. How about that?
Okay. Don't be a scare. Be the main. Be the main course. Be the main.
Be one of the 4.
Oh wow! No, we're not gonna do that. But make sure you follow Ty, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube. Like, subscribe. Make sure you join us every week, Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Beautiful Miss Renikia Todd, the flip man, yeah, that's him, and me, Adria. Yes, still here. We'll be here next week, guys. No jokes aside, all jokes aside, rather. Be safe out here. Continue to do your best to be helpful to someone. Continuously educate yourself. Today's the 5th of November. You still have time to get that bag before the end of the month, before the end of the year. Binge, grind, stack. And without anything else, we'll see you guys on the flip side.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Yeah, bad.